guys, what's up? My name is Rachel and welcome back to my channel, Reading with Remy. It has been a long time since I have filmed, so I'm a little rusty, bear with me. I have been at Disney doing the college program and then at Team Effort for a little bit, and so I just haven't had time to breathe, let alone film. But I'm back now and hoping to get back into it, and what better way to do that than to do the mid-year book Freakout tag. This is one of the first videos I ever posted when I started my channel last year. Dear God, it's almost been a year since I started my channel. Wow. Yeah, without further ado, I'm just gonna get into it. I will tag the original creators, I'm blanking on their names right now, I'm so sorry, down below, as well as my old video if you want to check that out, compare it, and laugh at how awful I was back then and still am now. Yeah, so we're just gonna hop right in. So question number 1 is the best book you've read so far. Also, disclaimer, I have only read 11 books this year, and Goodreads destroyed my heart by letting me know that I am 8 books behind schedule for my goal. That's what the college program does to you. So the best book that I've read so far in 2018 is Lost Stars by Claudia Gray. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so I think that's kind of what did this for me. It was just a really cool perspective on the Star Wars universe, and it had nothing to do with the main characters you're used to. And it was all about the Imperial Academy, which I thought was kind of cool because you never get to see the perspective of the Imperials. So I thought that was really fun. And there's also a really awesome romance in there, which I'll probably talk about later. Yeah, so it's a really cool book, and I feel like no one talks about it, so you should check it out, especially if you love Star Wars. So that was my favorite book of this year so far. Question number 2 is the best sequel you've read so far. This is kind of cheating because I've only read 1 sequel all year. Gasp. No, that's not true. Never mind. Just redeemed myself. I read a sequel in a graphic novel, which counts. So anyway, my favorite sequel this year is 10,000 Skies Above You, also by Claudia Gray. You will see a theme. This is the second book in the trilogy. It may be more than a trilogy eventually, but right now it's a trilogy. I'm not sure if it's finished. But it's called the Firebird series. It's really cool. It's about interdimensional traveling, and I really can't say anything else because it is the sequel. But I really enjoyed where the romance in this was going, and getting a chance to see more universes. So this is a really awesome series that no one talks about too, so I would definitely recommend. Question number 3 is a new release you haven't read yet but you need to, and that is Obsidio by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. It's the 3rd and final book, yes, in the Illuminae files. This series is so much fun. It's told in multimedia format, which I love, and it makes it really exciting and very easy to get through. They're chunky, but you fly through them so fast. I love this series. I've had access to this book for a while. It was actually they found a way to get it to me in Orlando, and I still didn't read it, and I'm so ashamed. So I really need to get to this because I need to know how it ends. And it's a great series, so you should check it out if you haven't. Question number 4, your most anticipated release for the rest of 2018. I'm gonna have to say that A Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy by Mackenzie Lee, which is the companion novel to A Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. I loved A Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, and it follows the main character's sister, who is hysterical in the first one, so I'm really excited to see where that goes. I just love her spunk, so I'm excited about a novel that's all about her. Yeah. Question number 5, your biggest disappointment of the year. Honestly, I haven't read that many books. Honestly, none of them were bad, but I do have an answer for this because I have to. And so I'm gonna go with Agents of Spiral, Grayson, Agents of Spiral, Volume 1. I always thought Grayson was really cool. I'm a huge fan of Nightwing, and this is another version of Nightwing. And I'm sorry, the dryer's going in the background. So we've been finding money in our dryer, which you think wouldn't be a problem, but it makes it really noisy. I think we missed some coins. But anyway, so this was just honestly a big disappointment. I felt like Grayson would be more exciting because he's the secret agent alter ego of Nightwing, which I thought would be really awesome, but Nightwing shouldn't carry a gun. He's the acrobatic guy for a reason. Yeah. Question number 6, your biggest surprise that you actually enjoyed and didn't think you would kind of thing. I don't have a physical copy of this book because I did the audiobook of it. Go with Batman Nightwalker by Marie Lu. This is like the second one in the companion series that's DC Icons, where like young adult authors each take a DC icon and kind of do like them as a teenager. Leigh Bardugo did Wonder Woman Warbringer also in this series, but this one is all focused on Bruce Wayne and kind of like his first save the day mission. But it's not like the one you hear about in Batman Begins. It's like a different, he's a teenager, but he's fighting some bad guys. So it's his first attempt at being a vigilante. It was really good. I didn't think it would be. I listened to the audiobook, and I used to like listen to it when I was on the TransStar on the way to Disney. If you know anything about the college program, you know what a TransStar is, and you know how much fun those are, so I needed an audiobook. Favorite new author? It could be a debut or a new to you author. This author was new to me. She was not a debut this year. I think she was a debut last year, if I'm correct. Or was it either? I don't know. She may have already had books. I don't know. I don't know anything about them. Clearly, she's new to me. And that is Mackenzie Lee. She writes The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, as well as the sequel that's coming out that I already talked about. And I'm not going to say it again because I'm going to slaughter the title because her titles are long and I'm bad at them. But I really enjoyed her writing. I didn't think I would because my sister was like, this is such a good book. And I should just start listening because this is like the 4th time this has happened to me. She's like, you should read it. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to read that. And then I love it, so I should just give up. But anyway, I didn't think I would like her, but she has really great humor, and her way of developing characters was really interesting, so all around, love her. Can't wait to read more of her stuff. Your new fictional crush. I had somebody else for this, and then I like changed it last minute, and the book is on the floor, so I'm not going to hold it back up again. Thane from Lost Stars by Claudia Gray. This was the main male protagonist in the novel. And he's just like, he's kind of like a grease monkey, like he can fix his own like X-Wing speeder, and I don't know, there's just something about a guy that works with his hands, and the way I read him, he was like so hot to me. So yeah, he's my new crush, and he was great with the female love interest. So new favorite character in general, I'm gonna go with Percy from A Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. I had him as my fictional crush, and I was like, wait a minute, he's gay, and then I was like, wait, there's a straight guy who's just as awesome, so switched it. But I really, really enjoyed Percy's character. I loved his sincerity and just like everything about him. I thought he was a sweetheart. So he's my favorite character now. Number 10, a book that made me cry. This was really hard because I've only read 11 books, so I had to like really reach into my soul, and I was like, did any of them make me cry? And I did tear up a little bit in The Only Pirate at the Party by Lindsay Sterling. There is a part in this book where she talks about a time in her life when she like lost somebody she was really close to, and she wrote a song for them. And I'd had the album and I've heard the song like 100 times, but I didn't know like she wrote it because she lost somebody in her life and dedicated it to that person. And when she was reading her dedication to him, like, because there's a chapter in it where she talks about the song and like dedicates it to him. And when she was reading it in the audiobook, because I did the audiobook, when she was reading it, she was crying as she read it. And I'm like driving down on the way to work, and I'm just like hearing her cry, and she's talking about the song, and I can like hear the song in my head, and now I'm crying because I'm like, this is such a beautiful song, I didn't know it was written about. And like she's over here like, I miss you, and I'm like, ah! So yeah, it did make me cry. This is an excellent memoir, by the way. If you guys don't know who Lindsay Sterling is, you're on YouTube. Real quick, go to the search bar. I don't even care if you finish my video, she's that awesome. And type in Lindsay Sterling. She's amazing, and she's got the greatest personality in the world. If you want to, you can look up her Dancing with the Stars, because she was great. But just like look her up, and then read the book, because no one talks about this book, no one really talks about her, and it's amazing. And she's amazing, so yeah. But be prepared to cry if you do the audiobook. I don't know if it's as powerful if you just read it, but if you audiobook it, yeah, it's grab some tissues. That made me happy. I've talked about it a lot in this video. Again, only read 11 books. And that is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. This is a signed copy. Anyway, it is signed, right?
Yeah, because I got it at the office.
Okay, that's what I thought. It's a signed copy.
I didn't actually get to see her to get it signed, but...
Chloe saw her. and had her sign her copy. Yeah. She was just walking around, and Chloe was like, that's the second time Chloe's done that, because Chloe did that with Margaret Stoll, too, and I waited in line for Margaret Stoll.
She didn't even have a line. We walked into it.
I know, but I still went to the meet and greet, and Chloe just, like, waltzed around and was like, oh my gosh, Margaret Stoll signed my book, and I was like, bruh, go to the event! I love you, Chloe, but go to Y'all Fest. If you live on the East Coast, it's in Charleston, South Carolina. It's awesome. It's kind of small still, so maybe I shouldn't tell you about it, because I like that it's small. Because I had no line from Margaret Stoll. But I went to the event. We're getting way off topic. I'm sorry. This book made me so happy. Back on track, because there's so much humor. I think it helps that I read the audiobook so I could hear, like, the narrator deliver the line in the way that Mackenzie Lee wrote it. But it was fantastic. So much fun, action-packed, a lot of adventure, hint of romance, great LGBTQ representation. Loved it. All the moments between our main character and one of my new favorite fictional characters just, like, killed me. Like, I would text my sister and be like, oh my god! And then I'd, like, 5 minutes later, I'd be like, what? No! And, yeah. So, it was beautifully written. I loved it. The romance was great. It wasn't overpowering. The story was awesome. Kept me very engaged. Would recommend the audiobook. If not, just read it. It's good. Find a way. Read it. Question number 12. The most beautiful book that you've, like, bought/received. This is not actually mine, so we're gonna go with received. I don't know, like, community shelf, okay? It's kind of mine. But when I move out, I don't get to keep it. And that is The Case for Jamie by Brittany Cavallaro. I always say her name wrong, I'm just going with it. This is the third and I think final book in the Charlotte Holmes series. This is such a fun series. It's a combination of, well, it's like modern day Sherlock Holmes, but it's not Sherlock Holmes, it's his, like, descendant. And she teams up with a descendant of Watson. It's really fun, really cute. Yeah, and there's a bit of romance, but I can't say a whole lot because this is the conclusion. But it's just so pretty. They're all pretty. Like, The Last of August is pretty, Yesterday in Charlotte is pretty. They're just beautiful. Alright, question number 13. Books I need to read. Alright, so I have a problem. I'm currently reading, like, an absurd number of books. So most of these are books that I currently am reading and I just need to, like, make myself finish. And then I have a couple thrown in here that I, like, haven't started that I want to read. But these are books that I need/want to read in 2018. So, first of all, I'm 80% done with this book, and I just need to, like, kick it out. It's Leia, Princess of Alderaan by Claudia Gray. Third Claudia Gray book mentioned in one video. I have a problem. She's my favorite. But yeah, I'm, like, so close. I just need to do it. And I am making myself, not making it a bad way because it is good, it's just, like, I keep forgetting about it and getting distracted by shiny other books. So I need to finish it, because I'm sure I will love the end. Okay, I've started this book in, like, January, and I remember everything that's happened, and I haven't touched it in 4 months. That's how good it is. I just need to, like, make myself do it. Just do it. Do it. Okay. This other one I'm reading, I'm not very far, well, I'm about halfway, and that is The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness. Heard a lot about this book when it first came out, got my hands on a copy through Book Outlet, never heard anything about, like, how it ended up being. I just heard everyone, like, hype it, and one day I was just looking on my shelf and I just grabbed it. And I actually really like it, so you should check it out. It's about, like, well, the just ordinary people that happen to be in, like, a town when weird supernatural stuff goes down. Also, they make fun of Twilight a couple times in here, and it's everything. Like, I'm not very far, and I'm pretty sure they've made fun of Twilight, like, 6 times. It's the best. Okay, this one I haven't started, but I got this for Christmas? I think I got it for Christmas last year. I got it for a holiday, an event. It wasn't my birthday. I think it was Christmas. Anyway, I got this as a gift from my lovely sister because she knew how much I wanted it. And that is They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. I've never read a book by him. All of them have intrigued me, but this one intrigued me the most. And when it came out last year, I was like, I need a copy. So she bought me one, and I never touched it. And the sad part is, this spent the entire semester with me at Disney, and it stayed in my drawer the whole semester, and I never pulled it out. I'm ashamed. So I need to read it. I know I'm gonna love it. I've heard great things. Maybe I'm just afraid that I'll read it and then be like, I need everything Adam Silvera's ever written, and then I'll spend a bunch of money on books. So maybe that's why I haven't read it. But whatever the reason, I need to just do it. A couple other, I didn't write any more than that. No, I did. A Million Worlds with You by Claudia Gray. It's the last book that has come out / possibly the finale of the Firebird series. I talked about 10,000 Skies Above You in my video earlier. I'm currently reading the audiobook of this. I don't have a physical copy yet. I will because the covers are beautiful and I love the series. But right now I just have the audiobook. I'm almost done. I have like 2 hours left. So like 2 more visits to work and I got it. Really loving it. Super excited about it. Such a great series. The romances just rip my heart out. I'm not a romance person, but for some reason, romances have been killing it for me lately. Okay, quick scan. Are there any more? Oh, yes. I didn't even look at it, but I'm thinking about it now. I just forgot the name of it. There it is. Hunted by Megan Spooner. I've had this audiobook for at least since January. I'm like 40% done with the audiobook and I just need to like punch it out. I kind of like am losing a little bit of interest, so maybe that's why. What? This is a long video. I'm so sorry. Anyway, yeah, I need to finish that one. And I also really need to read... I need to finish Jane Eyre. I was trying to make myself read a classic. I started this last year, didn't finish it. I'm only like 8% of the way in. I need to read it. It's my best friend's favorite book, so I really have to give it a shot. I just have such a hard time reading classics. I'm also currently doing like a buddy read of the audiobook of The Case for Jamie, which I showed earlier with my sister. I will finish that by the end of the year. I know I will. I just like need to read it.
Every time we go out together.
Yeah, every time we like take a slightly longish drive, we play it. Yeah, so that's a lot of books, so I'm not going to keep going because I really just need to read the whole thing. The whole thing. Except for Harry Potter. I have read those. Yeah, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry it was a little long, ranted a little bit, was a little weird. Oh no, I forgot something! I forgot the last question. I'm so sorry. Last question. I think I need sleep. Question number 14. Favorite book community member. So this is basically just like giving a shout out to somebody in the book community that you really are enjoying this year. And for me, this person has been around for a while. I feel like at least a couple years now. She's a part of the biannual Bibliothon. Am I getting that right? Yes. She is a part of the biannual Bibliothon. I will leave her channel linked down below. And that is Cassie from Miss Sassy Cassie. We've watched her for a couple years now, but just this year especially, I've really started to like get more into her videos. Also, loving the new hairdo, Cassie. Like, it works for you. Maybe that's why we watch more. I don't know. But I'm really enjoying your videos. They're just really fun. And if you guys have not checked her out, you should. I will leave her link down below. So, yeah, you should just go over there and watch it. Okay, so that is officially it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe for more awesome content. And I will see you guys very soon because I'm back.